Hey guys, this is Angad and this is the review for the El Clasico that just happened between Real Madrid and Barcelona at the Bernabeu, and Real Madrid lost 3-0 at home. A huge loss for them. They're now 14 points behind Barcelona with the game in hand. They're in 4th place behind Atletico Madrid and Valencia, so they're in a really bad shape in the league. And I don't think they're going to win it. Nobody thinks they're going to win it. Barcelona looking to run away with it. They have a 9-point lead, I think, when it comes to Atletico Madrid. So the Spanish La Liga, the Bundesliga, the Premier League, it all seems said and done with Bayern Munich, Man City, and PSG in League One, and Barcelona running away with it. So it's 3-0. I initially thought the game would be a 1-1 or a 2-2 because it's at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid just come back from winning the Club World Cup. They put up a better performance than they did. Actually, in the first half, they dominated Barcelona. I really didn't see. I was surprised by how little Messi was involved in the first half. He was non-existent. And even the second half, until the goals happened, he didn't do much, but he turned on the style when he had to, and they could have scored much more. Right, so I'm going to do something new today. I'm going to bring out this board. So this is, if you can see, I'm going to come a little closer. If you can see, this is the lineup of Real Madrid and Barcelona. And so the Real Madrid squad was Ramos, Varane, Carvajal, Marcelo, Casemiro just in front of the defense, Modric, Kroos, Kovacic, Ronaldo and Benzema up front. Ronaldo, of course, he likes to move out to the wide quite a bit, so he was playing more towards here. The red marks are Asensio and Bale, who came on later, and Nacho as well. And the red marks are for Barcelona, so you have Ter Stegen, who made 3 good saves in the game. You have Roberto, Piqué, Vermaelen, who's back in football now after injuries. You have Alba, Busquets, Rakitic, with Paulinho, Iniesta, Messi, and Suarez. So what Messi, of course, is Messi, so he has a free role in the squad, right? And so in Barcelona midfield, what they're doing under Valverde is they're playing very compact when they're 2 banks of 4, right? It's in the midfield 4, of course, it feels like a bank of 4, but they do move around quite a bit. Busquets though stays in and around near the defense. Rakitic has more freedom to move. Iniesta has a little bit moves sometimes wider as well. Whereas Paulinho also has more freedom to move, who goes sometimes here or here, also depending on where Messi moves, right? So these are the 2 squads. In the first half, it was quite cagey, and Barcelona had about 40% possession of the ball. I don't know what the final position was, but around 25th, 30th minute, they had about 41% of the ball, and usually they have 60% of the ball or 64% of the ball. So this was pretty different for them. And so they set up with 2 banks of 4. They allowed Real Madrid to have the ball. We came close sometimes, especially with Ronaldo going out wide. I was disappointed by the movement of Benzema. He didn't do much for me. And Kovacic I don't know why he's there in the squad. I don't know what he did. I think if he'd put Asensio there, maybe it would have been more attacking, would have made more sense. Carvalho and Marcelo were doing their sort of full-back roles, running forward, making the runs. And the first half was pretty cagey. Second half, the first goal came from a beautiful move by Barcelona. So Real Madrid, they're in the attacking phase, right? And they lose the ball, and they're caught out. So Marcelo's caught out, and Carvalho's caught out on the full back spot. And the thing is, Luis Suarez does not really track back that much. He's not expected to, so he remains forward. So in the attack phase, you had Suarez, who was somewhere around here. He was already ready for the attack, and you had Busquets, who won the ball around over here, and then he sort of turned to a couple of Real Madrid players, became free, and he had Rakitic running forward, who was then made the pass, and then received the ball, and then eventually came and passed to Suarez. Now he passed to Roberto, who had made a run down here. So he had made a pass to Roberto. So what's interesting here is that Marcelo was running back. These 2 guys were running back. The whole Real Madrid team was more or less forward. So Rakitic had a pretty much free run. What really disappointed me was Carvajal, was that he tried to make up a space, but he didn't bust his gut to get back in space, which let Suarez be completely free back here, who scored the goal. It was a beautiful move, beautiful counter, because the moment Rakitic reached here, he made a quick pass to Roberto, who passed it right away to Suarez, who scored. And that was the first goal, right? And the second goal also, it was similar, where Carvajal was nowhere to be found. Suarez had made a similar run. This time it was Messi with the ball in around the same area, and make a little bit behind actually, and then making a beautiful pass to Suarez, which eventually messed up in the box, and Carvajal handed the ball and got sent off. The third goal is, I mean, Real Madrid attacking, so they're going to leave spaces behind. In the second half, Real Madrid really did not attack at all. I mean, I don't know what they didn't do much really. The game was to get the ball out wide to Marcelo or to Carvajal and then cross the ball in, which they kept trying to do each time. Ronaldo got forward a couple of times. Benzema was non-existent. Kovacic was non-existent. I don't know what he did in the game really. In the first half, okay, he helped keep possession, but apart from that, he didn't do much. They're really missing Isco, and I think Asensio could have played there today. Bale came on. He actually made an improvement on the wing. He got forward. He tried a couple of shots. He had a beautiful chance that he should have scored. Ter Stegen made 3 good saves, 2 especially from Ronaldo and Bale, but Bale should have scored that goal, and at least they could have made it 2-1. Would have been a bit better. Maybe they could have pushed for another goal later on. And that's about it. Yeah, and Ronaldo, he had few good moments in the game. Messi was also pretty much non-existent. He had 2 good moments, but they resulted in good moves. The second one, the third goal, sorry, Messi, he beat his man and came here again, and Alex Vidal, he scored from here, but in that case, Navas, the keeper, should have really saved that. Really, I mean, it was straight at him, just flapped at the ball. Really, it was expected that they would get more chances after going 1-0, 2-0 up, but it was a cagey match in the first half. Barcelona deserved to win, yes, because Real Madrid didn't really do anything, and Barcelona under Valverde, and they're playing away as well, right? So they're playing at the Bernabeu. Under Valverde, they're more compact. They've conceded only 7 goals. They're unbeaten. They could go this whole season unbeaten, which would be pretty amazing for them and for their fans. And it's going to be a pretty horrible week for Real Madrid fans, right? So that's my review for the game today. It's sort of a new thing where I'm sort of drawing the squads on the sheet and trying to explain what happened during the game. I'm also going to be doing the preview video for Man United versus Leicester later on tonight. So watch that. Stay tuned. Like, comment, share. Let me know what you guys thought of this review of the new sort of the whiteboard. And yeah, if you have any comments on the game, your own review on the game, let me know and we'll take it from there. Cheers.